Definitely more than 10 grand each ticket.
10,000, 10,000.
50,000 pesos.
1,500 per person.
Expensive, man. About 1,900.
1,900.
Yeah.
For you?
2,000.
It was $1,170.
About $1,200. Way too much.
650 for one.
I paid 800.
The whole trip, 5,000.
A quick question. If you live anywhere in Europe, London, Lisbon, Warsaw, anywhere, think back to the last major World Cup you actually experienced in person on foreign soil, not from your sofa, not streaming it at 2 a.m. using your neighbor's Wi-Fi. For many European fans, that memory is fading. And this summer, as people watch the 2026 World Cup unfold across the US, Mexico, and Canada, something is bothering them. Ticket prices don't just seem high, they seem almost designed to shut some fans out. So the real question, one that no one at FIFA wants to answer directly, is this. Is it really about the market, or is it about who football belongs to now? Let me be honest, right off the bat. I used to be one of those people who rolled their eyes at complaints about ticket prices. Every World Cup, someone claims, prices are too high this time, and yet, somehow, millions of fans still show up. My logic was simple. That's just how major events work. Supply is fixed, demand is high, prices rise. So if you want it badly enough, you save up, plan ahead, and make it happen. And that wasn't an unreasonable view. FIFA has always used tiered pricing, cheaper for the group stage, expensive for the final. It's practically tradition. Seats were pricey for Qatar 2022 too. So when headlines about record prices appeared, my initial thought was, yeah, prices are always at record levels. Then I actually looked at the numbers, and this time, it's different. It's not just expensive, it's in a whole different league of expense, and for a very deliberate reason. For the first time, FIFA has applied dynamic pricing to World Cup tickets, a concept similar to what airlines or ride-sharing apps use, where the price automatically goes up as demand increases. This is normal in American sports, but before 2026, the World Cup had never seen anything like it. On paper, the starting price looked reasonable. The cheapest tickets began at $60. But what the press release didn't mention was that those low-priced seats were extremely limited in number. Soon, on FIFA's own resale marketplace, those same cheap opening round tickets were selling for hundreds of dollars, some even approaching $1,000, and these were the cheap seats. The most expensive final ticket started at around $6,700, and by the final sales window, that same category had climbed to nearly $11,000. On the resale marketplace, where FIFA itself takes a cut of every transaction, some final tickets went for over $1 million. One reportedly even reached $2 million. For comparison, the most expensive final ticket in Qatar 2022 was around $1,600, a price considered exorbitant even then. This is many times higher. And Qatar was hardly a charity case, yet locals there could snag group stage seats for about $11. There was a floor, a way for ordinary people to get in. So no, this isn't the usual World Cups are expensive story. A structural shift occurred, one significant enough to prompt 2 U.S. state attorneys general to launch a formal investigation into FIFA's ticketing practices. Lawmakers don't investigate the norm, they step in when something appears deliberately designed to squeeze the public. So why is the old refrain, "It's just supply and demand," still repeated so confidently today, even by FIFA itself? My theory is simple. The headline figures are doing a lot of heavy lifting. FIFA says, tickets start at $60 and we've sold more tickets than ever before. Both statements are technically true. This creates an impression of accessibility, even though low-priced tickets actually made up a tiny fraction of the total, and headlines about record-breaking demand quietly overshadow those about record-breaking prices. Then there is the messaging. When the FIFA president was asked directly about the backlash, his response was that fans should simply relax, that this is just how the American market operates now. While that may technically be an explanation, it offers little comfort to someone who has followed every World Cup since childhood, but suddenly finds themselves unable to afford the cost of admission. This myth persists because most of us only look at the surface, the starting price or the record sales figures, without ever experiencing what it is actually like to try and secure a real seat. I understand why FIFA got involved in this. A tournament across 3 countries, 104 matches, 16 cities. It's a complex logistical machine, and someone has to foot the bill. There is no easy solution here. But let's be honest about it. For many European fans, this World Cup didn't feel like an invitation. It felt like a price tag with a bit of football attached. And it is truly a bit sad for a sport that grew up on cheap terrace tickets and grandparents taking their grandchildren along on Saturdays. A sport that should belong to everyone, not just those who can drop a 5-figure sum without batting an eyelid. Perhaps this is the real price of making the World Cup the most successful ever in terms of ticketing. A success by one metric, but a quiet loss by another. So, I'll leave you here. If you were priced out this time, honestly, you aren't alone. Far from it. If you have a story of your own, good or bad, do share it below. I really do read them. And if you enjoy this kind of what's really going on breakdown, stay tuned. There's more to come.